Welcome on. We are so excited to have you here with us tonight. I'm so excited to be with these three fabulous gals on our team. So as you're jumping on, comment live if you're watching live, comment replay if you're watching the replay. And of course, very important step, whoever invited you here to watch tonight, tag them and say hi so that he or she knows that you are here. So, hey girls.
Hi, Michelle.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, I am so super excited to be here with these three fantastic leaders from our team. I am here with Carrie Hensey. She is an area leader from the same spot of New York as me, Long Island. Another New Yorker, we're here with Heather. She is from, I would say upstate New York, but you would probably not. Would you? How do you actually describe
upstate? It's upstate enough. It's Albany area, the capital region.
See, to me, that capital, I know capital region is actually the right thing to say.
Yeah.
But Carrie and I would call that upstate.
Oh, 100%.
Let's not Canada. Let's put it that way.
Right. Oh, that's close. And then, of course, also here with Bridget. She's a division leader on our team from Pennsylvania. Although right now, are you at your home in Maine?
Yes, I'm in the cabin in Maine. Yep.
All right. So we are thrilled to be here with you tonight. Everyone comes to Park Lane in this little Brady Bunch square here with a different background of experiences, and then have all found something that we love, many things that we love about being here. So that's what we're here to do tonight, to share a little bit about what we love about our businesses, what you might love about it as well, and to see if it's something that might be right for you as a way to either supplement the income that you have or to replace an income that you might be needing or wanting to replace. And that's what we're going to do here tonight, answer some questions and hopefully help you out with what it is that you're looking for. My name is Michelle Zito. I'm a company VP here at Park Lane Jewelry. I am at 25 years in the direct selling industry, 11 of them here at Park Lane. And I'm so thrilled and proud to have a team that is coast to coast throughout the United States here. And like I said, three of our fabulous ones of those leaders here with us tonight. So we're going to answer for you just some basic questions that we find that people have when they are looking for that additional income solution. Would jewelry be a great solution for that? So since I have such a panel of fabulous women here, I'm actually going to do some of the asking of the questions. If you've ever attended this before, usually the person is asking me the questions, but we're spreading the love here tonight. So let's talk about direct sales as a whole. Why direct sales is a great way to supplement your income. And Bridget, I know that when you were first coming to direct sales, which was from a different company, the way that I did as well, you had a full-time job at that time. So right. What was attractive to you about direct sales at that point?
So I was looking for something part-time to kind of supplement my income. As you know, I had 3 kids that were getting ready to go into college, so I needed a little extra money, obviously. And I needed something that was going to fit into my schedule since I already, like you said, was working full time. So I needed something that was going to fit in there. I really didn't want another boss, like we have talked about before. Like I had one boss already. So I wanted something that was going to fit into my schedule. I didn't want another boss to report to. I wanted something that was going to give me flexibility because with the kids in college, I needed to be able to go see them. And that schedule was kind of a little wonky, especially when they first went into dorm, as many of you might know who have kids that are getting ready to go into college. They're busy. Once they get to college, they're busy. Their schedule's all over the place. If they're working while they're in college too, that makes it a little harder. If they're doing sports, it makes it hard. It's just a hard time to get to see them. So I needed to have free time when I wanted free time. So that was really important to me too. And then also being able to make a decent amount of money, you know? So that was something that direct sales could offer me as well.
Love that. And then, of course, it's developed since then, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Carrie, you're much newer to direct sales. You came here only 6 months ago, really, having had, having been actually on the prowl for something, right? Because you were looking to make a life change. Why don't you tell everybody about that?
So for me, I had a job that I loved and I worked at a school, but I was going to relocate. I now split my time between New York, where I am right now, and Florida in the winter. So I needed something that I could do in both places, but I needed something that I could replace the income that I had from working at a school. But I also needed something with the flexibility, like Bridget mentioned, because I have a child who goes to school in another state. I'm going to be between 2 different states. So I needed the flexibility that direct sales offered because I could do that job from anywhere. I do it just as successfully from Florida as I do from New York. And I needed to be able to have that to work with my schedule because my schedule was now a little bit crazy. And I couldn't go into an employer and say, so, hey, I can be here from January to May, and then I'm going to be back in January. Does that work for you? So this, now being my own boss, allows me to make it work in the way that I can live my life. And it's worked out fantastic for me.
Isn't that amazing? As we talked about in the beginning, none of these, well, Carrie actually does live nearby when she's in New York, but our team being coast to coast, like hardly anyone lives near their leader or lives near their leader full time. Many of our customers don't live near us because of the online selling. So it's amazing how the online portion of all of this has removed any geography issues that direct sales may have even had. If it ever did have one, though, that ship has sailed with everything being online. Heather, I know you're big on needing this flexibility that direct sales provides as well. Would you like to speak to that?
Yeah, I help take care of my stepdaughter in the afternoon. She has special needs and is in a situation where she really can't go to a different program in order to get her needs met in the between the after school hours and the evening hours. And so I really bridge that gap for our family. In addition, I also help take care of my niece who's going through, her family's going through a difficult situation right now. And so I'm available to her in the morning and to my stepdaughter in the afternoon. And there's just simply no way that I could work in a more traditional job setting at this point and still be there for my family. So I call myself the Mary Poppins of the family. I'm like the child. I'm the child caretaker. And, because I am in that role, I have the flexibility to work on my Park Lane business during the day.
I just never get tired of hearing all the different stories and how everybody has such different needs, but yet every time direct sales is the answer because what bottom line seems to always boil down to the flexibility. When I was getting started, I needed $600. That was my need in the very beginning, $600 because I was on maternity leave from my teaching job. And I just wanted to extend that maternity leave. The summer was here. It was June of 2000, 25 years ago. And when school started in September, I didn't want to be there. I wanted to continue to be home. And if I could find a way to make $600 a month, then that was going to do the job. And that's what made me start in direct sales, was the ability to earn $600 a month by what I was told by my leader would probably be able to be achieved by doing 3 parties a month. And when that was no problem in the first 2 months, I said, well, wow, I guess that means I could make more if I did more shows. Oh, I can make more if people join my team. And then continued on from there. And obviously, a lot of growth over the last 25 years. So, where we start, what changes along the way and where it is today is different really for all of us. So just love hearing that. So now when it comes to direct sales, there are tons of different direct sales companies. We know that. So why jewelry? What made you attracted to jewelry? Now, Carrie, you were pretty long time customer before deciding to join on as a stylist. So what made you decide to go with this?
Well, I loved the jewelry, so I knew that it was just one of those things that I loved giving to other people too. I had bought different, as a customer of Michelle's, I bought plenty of things for myself, but I had also bought things as gifts for people, and they were always so excited to get the gift that I realized that jewelry is one of those things that is just a gift that you give to so many different people, and having jewelry as an option of something that I could give somebody, it felt like it was a special gift that I was giving to people. I picked out stuff based on their style or something sentimental, or maybe because it was something that I had from you that they loved. So I wanted them to have that same piece. So I felt like jewelry was one of those things that I loved and something that I loved giving to other people.
Yeah, I mean, it's the top 3 gifts given by men, and it's in the top 5 gifts that women give to each other. So even those that are not tremendous jewelry wearers themselves still find themselves wearing jewelry if only for gifts, purchasing jewelry if only for gifts. So love that. Now, both Bridget and Heather, you ladies were with other companies and needed to make a decision on what should my new company be. So how did you, and neither of you came from jewelry, just like I didn't either. So what made you go from the product you were selling to deciding that jewelry was the best next step for you? Heather, why don't you speak to that first?
Sure. It's kind of funny because I really didn't, I was really attracted to Park Lane as a business, and I wasn't at that period of time wearing a lot of jewelry. In fact, I'm kind of embarrassed to admit the jewelry that I had was like in a cardboard box in my bedroom. And I was wearing like these cheap earrings from Walmart and some heirloom pieces that I had received from family. And I was wearing those every day. And but I love jewelry. And when I was presented with the idea of coming over to Park Lane, I was like, oh, this would be wonderful to be able to like update my jewelry. And I went out and I bought a jewelry box and a stand for my jewelry. And I just feel so much more confident wearing the jewelry, and just love like looking at the sparkle on throughout the day. I feel now I went from wearing hardly anything to feeling naked without it.
Yeah. Now you're the sparkliest Mary Poppins out there.
I am.
Now, Bridget, for you really had to make a decision because your other company closed, and you really spent quite a bit of time researching. So share a little bit about that.
So, to kind of lead off from my other story, and you said I was working full time.
Right.
When I came to Park Lane, I had already left my full-time position. So I was doing my other direct sales full time at that point, and my company closed. So I did have to look for something else. And at that point, I had to make a decision whether to go back into corporate world or to stay with direct sales. And because of, like everybody said, the flexibility, I decided obviously to stay with direct sales. So I looked at a bunch of different companies, and my heart just landed with Park Lane, which we'll get into in the next question. But for the reason because of why jewelry, it was a great product to sell. Like, you don't have to learn a lot about jewelry. Like you can, like, even before we jumped on this call, I'm like, oh, I couldn't wait to wear this necklace. It's so beautiful. Like it's so beautiful. When I took it out of the package, when it came in the mail, I had to get onto a live in my VIP group and just show it to everybody. I had to unbox it because it's gorgeous. Like, I don't have to learn much about it. It's gold. It's beautiful. It has hearts on it. Like, I love it. And I want everybody else to see it. Like, that's why jewelry, because I can just show people what I like. And if they like it, they're going to buy it. Right. That's why jewelry, it's easy, and it's easy to wear and show, and you get compliments, and it's great. That's why.
it is funny how simple the answer can be,
Yeah.
because I know with your previous company, it was also something that you can show, make an immediate decision if you like it or don't like it. And there's not a tremendous amount of study, product knowledge. There's just a tremendous amount of companies out there that you have to know a crazy amount of things, or there's so much explaining, and people make decisions pretty quickly on like, is this for me or is this not for me?
Yeah.
Right? Like it's pretty quick. So I love the simplicity of that. And what you shared there. Now we started to now dip our toe though into the question of why specifically Park Lane. So Bridget, I'm going to have you continue on with your train of thought there, because
Yeah.
when your company abruptly closes
Mhm.
and you are trying to think of what is your next step, you knew that you didn't want to go back to corporate, because once you start living this full-time direct sales life, it's like too hard
Yeah.
to go back
Yeah.
to work for somebody else. So many of us joke about that have had other jobs and landed here full time.
Yeah.
But you also are making a decision when you have a team that you want to try to guide your team to something that's going to be good for them and not just for you. And also that when you have a direct sales background, when you ran a successful business elsewhere, and I say that because I had the same experience there, and you are looking at other companies, you're knowing what to look for. You know what's good, and you know what you want improvement on, right? So with that research and with that background, tell us some more of your thoughts about why Park Lane specifically.
Well, some of the things like I definitely had to look at, like you said, was some of the, well, the first thing we had to look at is the product, the sales, the cost, the commission, all those things. So I guess the first thing to look at would be, what are we going to be able to offer our customers?
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing is our customer sale. And most of the people out there know our customer sale, which is buy 2 at regular price, your next 4 is half off. So what I always tell my customers is, you're only going to ever pay regular price on 2 items, and everything else is on sale. Everything else is on sale. Like, where do you get that? You don't get that anywhere. So it's absolutely amazing. So that was like I think the first time you told me that, I was like, well, how long is that good for? Like, is that sale going to end like tomorrow? Like, how long is that good for? But that's all the time. And then on top of that, we always have additional sales. We have bonus items. Like, it's just amazing. So we're always looking out. The company's always looking out for their customer, which is great.
And Carrie,
And then,
so sorry to
Yeah.
cut you off for a second there, but Carrie, that was really the only experience that you had, right, coming into this. So you were shopping that sale for like a year plus, right?
Yeah, all the time. Like, I was one of those people that couldn't walk away from the sale. I never could walk away from a bonus item. I would be shocked every time you would tell me how much everything cost based on what I picked. Like, it was mind-blowing to me.
Isn't that so funny, girls, how that happens all the time? Like, you'll be helping a customer that you've helped countless times before, and they always are like, oh, I still get a bonus item?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's still and it's like, you almost want to say, yeah, this is how it always is. You've shopped this sale many times, but it's that good that people a year into being a customer are still saying, wait, I still get something. I just find that so amazing. And then, of course, they open the pieces. They love them. They're gorgeous. And then that's why they want to place another order. Mm-hmm. So once you know the customers love what they're buying, then we come into the hostess plan, right? So, Bridget, when it comes to like I remember when we were getting to know each other that like you felt really like party plan. You were coming from a strong party plan company, just like Heather, where, traditional party plan. We do shows, we meet new people. So I know that for both of you, that was something you were looking for as well. But Bridget, actually, hold on, Heather. I know that in your case, your company started taking that stuff away, right?
Yeah, my company started going through some difficult changes, and there was kind of like the writing on the wall that things were not going very well, that made me open to the opportunity of doing something different. The other problem I was facing is that my sales dropped to such an extent that I was being demoted. So I had been at a particular level and earning a particular income. And then because of my sales going down, because of primarily because of things going on within the company, I was losing income. And I was losing my rank. And one of the things that really appealed to me about Park Lane was that that doesn't happen within our company.
Right. Yeah. And that's something that comes up a lot when people come to us from other companies. Like, I was tired of getting beaten down. I was tired of not knowing how much money I was going to make.
Right.
I was tired of reclassifying myself on the first of every month and having to earn my title from scratch every single month. All of that is so crazy. So Bridget, go ahead and continue your thoughts there on, as you were coming through this with the hostess program, etc.
Yeah. So then from leading from the customer, then I guess would be the hostess program, and just how much we give to our hostesses. Like, I still can't even believe that we go by order and not by amount.
Right.
Like the volume, we go by order amount instead of actual sales amount, which is still crazy to me.
Right.
Yeah, that is still crazy to me. And it's still crazy to my hostesses, the ones who have been with me in my other direct sales company, because I've only been here 6 months. So I still have a lot from my other company with me, and it's crazy to them as well. So that's a wonderful thing that we do for our hostesses. So that's one thing I looked at. The commission, I think we're probably one of the highest paid commissions out there. Our starting commission is higher than a lot of what other direct sales companies are paying, like some of their top people, really.
Agreed.
Like Heather said, that there's no demotions, there's no quotas, which is actually unheard of. I get that question all the time. What are the quotas? What are the quotas? Because I think every direct sales company out there has quotas. So that's insane. Like, it's just everything was hitting on the positives of the check mark side for this company, for Park Lane. Everything was just check, 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 check. And a lot of it just seemed unreal. Yeah. I think you and I had a lot of different conversations before I finally decided that, you know what? I'm going to have to give this a try. You met with my team. You had a private Zoom with them. Like, it was very, very good. It was very good before I decided to finally come on over and try it out.
Yeah. You know, you bring up that Zoom when we chat pretty often. And I just always, whenever a leader goes through what Bridget went through, where a company is closing, and you had told me right away that you were a full-timer. Anytime I've seen this happen, because I've been here at Park Lane for 11 years and have helped quite a few leaders in that time through this transition, I always just try to do my best to share whatever I can with as many people as I can within that leaders group, because I just know that if that had ever happened to me when I was at my other company, and this has always been a full-time thing for me, I would need a solution immediately. Like, because Visa and MasterCard and the mortgage company don't know anything about, like, oh, they took my hostess programs away and now I'm making less money, like Heather said. And, my company closed. Well, that's nice and all, but the bills are still due. And it's important to share these programs with people going through that, in my opinion, because I know that even when things happen in the world, like when COVID hit, and how are we going to work our businesses differently now that everyone's home and inside? As a New Yorker, when 9/11 happened, when Hurricane Sandy hit, and you didn't know whose home was fine and whose home was destroyed, like, I always feel, but yet, people's bills need to be paid and people need that income, and new people need to join due to various circumstances. Like, I feel it's my responsibility as a leader to help everybody continue their business successfully or start a new business successfully here, despite everything that may be going on in either other companies or in the world. So I'm so happy to help anyone through that I can. And I'm always so thrilled when someone like Bridget, finds such a great home here at Park Lane and on this team, because I feel it's a big responsibility of mine to help people through that successfully. And I'm just so glad that you're here and that you love it so much. But I mean, in addition to, like Bridget mentioned, that the commission is higher to start. I had to promote at my old company 3 times to hit the starting level here. And the highest level here being 50% wasn't even a thing, not even close to a thing at my other company either. So, and then on top of that, as you're building a team, to be paid infinitely deep on everyone. Now, I always find it so interesting whenever I chat about this stuff with somebody who has no other company comp plan to compare. So like, Carrie being that person today who I'm sure hears these things all the time. And was like, man, I'm just glad I landed in the right place first. Jen Ewert says it all the time too. Like, I only know the good way. I've never had to worry about getting demoted. I've never had to worry about getting knocked down in my commission rate or anything like that. And then the rest of us that came from elsewhere, like, oh, girl, you have no idea. And then, of course, there's all the perks too, right? We all have different favorite perks. Carrie, what's yours?
I would say my favorite perk, to be honest, is the amount of free jewelry that we can earn every month.
Yeah.
As much as some of the other ones are fantastic, and there are fantastic ones, but I love the free jewelry every month because it's something that's so attainable to each person, and it's something that benefits your business in so many different ways. And however ways you want to use it is a personal decision, but you have, again, Park Lane's giving you the ability to make that decision for yourself. They're not forcing something on you. It's not like if you get free jewelry, you can only use it for X, Y, or Z. I can do anything I want with it, and it just benefits my business.
Yeah. And a big thing in direct sales, when people have bad experiences in direct sales, a big one of the reasons why they have something bad to say is that they felt like they had to always buy more. They had to spend their own money on the product. And if you're here tonight with that concern, I think you'll be glad to know that that is a concern you do not have to have, because the packages start at $250 packages that you get to choose and go up through $1,100 in total jewelry, plus that you can earn every single month. So there's no need to be your own best customer because you can just earn the jewelry. We have brand new jewelry coming out all the time that you can use your Rich Rewards to receive, and then you don't have to be spending your own money on it. So I hope that you find that to be a relief. If you're wondering, like, did she have to buy all of that? We're all, sitting here surrounded by jewelry. And we all start with a kit, right? If you're wanting to get started with us, like you're starting to think this sounds actually pretty good. How much is the kit? It's $129. And for that, you get to choose $500 worth of jewelry. There are bigger kits as well. Most people start with the $129 kit. You get to pick out $500 worth of jewelry. We do the launch party for you so that you get to kind of be the hostess at your own show, watch how it's done, see the team resources that we all use in order to do the parties, the posts, the photos, the script of what we say, everything's there for you. And then at the end of that party, not only are you the hostess that gets to keep all of the hostess credit, like we spoke about earlier, most hostesses receive $400 or more in free and discounted jewelry, but you also get to keep the paycheck on that party that your leader or recruiter did for you, as well as whoever booked a party. Now you have the opportunity to continue to make money and grow your business. Everything that comes out of that show is yours to keep. So if that sounds good to any of you, then when you fill out the survey at the end of this, in order to win the prize I'm about to show, and in order to, continue on with signing up, then you're going to check off, yes, I would like to, you're either going to do 5, sign me up now, or if you're pretty sure, you're going to check off, I would like a decider show. because a decider show is that show. It's exactly what I did when Carrie was a customer, for example. She's like, I think I might want to join. I said, okay, great. Well, then this party will be your launch party. And let's, see the results. And the results were that her friends were shopping like crazy. A bunch of them wanted to book shows. And once they found out Carrie was actually going to sell, more of them wanted to book shows than when it was going to be with me doing the show, because people love to help out a friend. So she had a whole bunch of parties to continue to do. She used the team resources, and with no experience at all, Carrie earned yet another one of our amazing perks. And pretty soon I'm going to be traveling with Carrie, with Bridget, with a bunch of girls on this team. So tell them where we're going, girls.
Cancun.
So in 3 weeks, a bunch of us are going to Zurich. These ladies were not here to earn that. So they, could not have earned that one, but a whole bunch of us are going. The group chat is on fire, booking excursions and all kinds of things. The trip after that is the one to Cancun, where we'll be going when it's cold, and next February. And then the next trip that's going to be happening is being announced this week. So if you're someone who would love to earn free vacations with us, jump on board, because you can earn it right alongside of us once they announce it. And the earning period has just started. So you'll be getting in at the beginning, just like all of us. So how does this all sound, everyone? Because we didn't even, oh my gosh. I mean, did we even get to all the perks? The Mercedes car program. What else did we miss? The trips, the jewelry, the Mercedes car program. I feel like those are the 3 big ones, right? So that's probably, what am I missing? Heather, you're about to say something.
No, I don't think you're missing anything. I just wanted to point out that one of the things I love about this company is that these perks are accessible to everybody on day one.
Yes.
No matter what your level is. That was not my experience at my previous company. Only certain level people received an opportunity to earn a car or to earn a vacation. And those were out of my reach. These things are within my reach as an area leader, and I could bring in a stylist, and those things are within her or his reach as well. They're for everybody, not just the higher ups.
I always forget about that because I guess because I've been here a while now, but so many people do mention that at their previous company, just every incentive just wasn't for them. And one of the things I remind our team all the time is that if you see an announcement, it's for you. If there's free jewelry to earn, it's for you. If there's a vacation, if there's a car program, if there's a promotion in level, you're always eligible. And every resource that we provide to the team as leaders is for you to use. And every idea that we have in order to be successful in our businesses, we share. I know a lot of places have a terrible culture of competition and gatekeeping information so that only they can be the superstar. And I think that what being a superstar is in direct sales is teaching as many other people that you can how to be superstars. It is my greatest joy when Carrie sells more than I do, or when Bridget recruits more people than I do, or any one of these gals or guys on this team does something better than I do it, or has an idea that I hadn't thought of and I tried their idea. Just in these last couple of weeks, Bridget shared an idea of something that she did in her group that everyone loved. The whole rest of us jumped on it and tried it and had great success. And now that was something that none of us thought of, but Bridget thought of it, shared it. A couple of weeks ago, Larry shared an idea that a whole bunch of us were like, that sounds great. I'm going to try that in my group. And then everyone tried it and loved it. And that's what we do all the time in this organization, is share what works so that everybody else can be successful, because that's what makes everyone successful in a business like this. So if this sounds like something that might be something you would like to get involved in, then I'm going to recommend that you go ahead and complete the survey that we are putting into the chat right now, because then you are going to be entered to win one of our most premier items. We just had a big event last night where so many people indicated if they could pick anything else free in the catalog. So many people said impression bracelet. So let's just go for the gusto today. So everyone who completes the survey is going to be entered to win one of our gorgeous impression bracelets. I'll give you a couple of color options to choose if you are the winner. These are $188 value, our most coveted, fantastic bracelet that so many people love. And one of you that completes that survey is going to be receiving one of these from me. So, ladies, any parting words for our fantastic attendees tonight? Words of wisdom?
I mean, I will say, and Michelle mentioned from the beginning, I've only been here 6 months, and I've only been in direct sales world for 6 months, but don't think you can't do it. You can do it. Don't, Michelle has said before, it's not comfortable to sit on the fence. So if you're on the fence, get off the fence. You have nothing to lose. You heard everybody say tonight, there are no quotas. There are no demotions. It's all what you're able to put into it. So my goal is different than Michelle's, than Heather's, than Bridgette's, but we're all have goals that we are working together to achieve. And Park Lane gives you all of the resources to succeed. So you're not coming in, if you come in here with no experience like me, there's plenty of people with experience that are here to help you reach your goals. So don't wait if that's what you're afraid of, because if I could do it at my age with zero experience, anyone can do it.
Look at her acting like she's old. We're not old.
Older than you.
But I definitely see, of course, what an amazing message. And it is true that, I mean, a lot of us are actually in a similar age bracket. I think I'm the world's worst age guesser. I have absolutely no idea how old any of these ladies are actually. But based on the ages of our kids, I think we're in the general ballpark with the college age and the young adults and, high school, that general range. And it is sometimes funny to try something so new and different as your second or third different job or career path in your life. And that's another thing that I love. I mean, there's, someone like Isabella who is in her 20s and has small, tiny babies that she does this business with. And when I see that part of the team and somebody like Jen Ewert, who started when her kids were really small and now they're all elementary and hitting middle school, I always feel like that's like the before and after, right? Like Isabella and Jen in the beginning was the before, and then like here I am as the after or the during, because this business can carry you through so many different life stages. Bridgette, you mentioned the, 3 kids hitting go away to college at the same time because of the age, the blended family, who did community college first. I mean, to have 3 kids merge into college at the same time, I mean, that beat me. I had 2 overlapping college for a long time because it was the older 2 and then the middle and younger 2, the back ends at the same, right after that. Heather, you doing family, family caretaking and everything. Just, I can't get enough of seeing how this business works so well for so many people. So anyway, with that, everyone, have a fantastic rest of your night. Ladies, I can't thank you enough for taking the time to share your knowledge and your heart with everybody tonight. I hope that you all heard something that speaks to you. And when you complete your survey, that you'll definitely want to hear more. Book that launch party, book a decider party, book a regular party, make a purchase, whatever it is you want to do. But we sure thank you for taking the time to be with us tonight. So thanks, girls. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Bye.